Here you are, on my podcast, in my basement with your mom.
It's a good basement.
Yes, it's, thank you. So, for anybody who doesn't know, this is Shannon Clarke. I brought her on because she runs an open mic at Black and Blue in Easton. And you've been running the open mic for 2 years?
In March, actually, it'll be 3 years.
3 years, yeah, and that's impressive. I ran an open mic for a year, and it's pretty hard. If anybody wants to try something to deal with crazy, delusional musicians, and do that for a year, that's a struggle in itself. So I that's why I brought you on, and I think that's like difficult to do, you know. So what was the first mic that you've been to?
Well.
And who hosted it?
All right. So first, before we continue, I am Shannon Clarke, but when I host the open mic, it's Helsie Duster.
Oh, Helsie Duster. I'll put
That's
that
like
right on the screen right now. There's going to be Helsie Duster.
A flat difference. Shannon is when you'll find me at the coffee shop.
Okay.
But if I'm playing guitar, it's probably Helsie Duster.
Okay, so that's like your stage name.
Yeah.
Is there where'd that come from?
Well, I'll talk about that, but I will answer your main question first. The first open mic I went to was Hookah Turka in Bethlehem, rest in peace, and it was hosted by Bill Madej, the legend.
Yes. Steam Buns Madej.
Yeah. And, like, back then, I don't think I had ever played at an open mic. I would just go and hang out and listen to people. And it was really cool. And definitely Bill's open mics, like, inspired me. And that's why I do it. Because I liked what he was doing, and it meant a lot to me. And then when Hookah Turka disappeared, I, like, needed a new chill spot that felt like Hookah Turka.
And I think you did a pretty good job, and...
Yeah, I've tried to do it like in the spirit of Hookah Turka, in the spirit of everything that Bill, like, I feel like what he's doing, because just for me, like, Hookah Turka was just this super chill place where you would always see like either the same or new people. It was just like this welcoming chill space. And I felt a lot of the time more at home there than I did at my own home. I felt always supported, and like just even before performing there, like you could feel like just the community as someone hanging out or someone going up, and you can feel like everyone supporting each other, which is a really special environment. And I think it's important to the community that people have somewhere where they feel safe and accepted. And, they just have a community who's pushing them.
Yeah, Bill was my first open mic too, but that was back when it was Wildflower. And you've never...
I went to that place, but I was never there for an open mic, but I've heard people say what a legend it was. It kind of like was the host of the Magic before Hookah Turka.
And it's funny because I really feel like after... It dissipated. You know, Bill did it at the Hookah Turka, but then it didn't get really started up until you did your thing at Black and Blue. It really has that feeling again, where people bring weird instruments and you know, and it's okay to do. It really does
feel like just some magic that's being tossed around.
Yeah.
Because nothing good ever lasts forever, but it can be found in other places.
It's a good mix of people too. That come to the Black and Blue.
We do get a lot of variety. We always have, like, musicians, poets, comedians. Yeah. And I always say, like, please, you can do some performance art, too, or interpretive dance. But we haven't had really... I would say we've had performance art. Not yet interpretive dance.
No. I haven't seen that yet. But, I also think about not only the varieties of whatever somebody wants to do, but... the age group too, and I think that's like really important for local communities. Is like all age people hanging out together. Yeah. Because it's like it's a really ageism time.
Yeah.
Because people are so segregated and like.
I don't like it, like, on the internet when it's become popular to say, okay, boomer. But I don't
I
like
think it's
that.
funny,
When
though.
people say that,
I
like,
get it, yeah.
It just, to me, it feels destructive because it's putting just, like, a cap on a discussion that I didn't even know was, like, prominent right now. But it's like, you can't just say, like, oh, because you're of this generation, you're going to be like this. That's, it's in the way of a dialogue. And people need to know, like, there's always going to be chill people, and there's always going to be stubborn people who are, like, not thinking and open. And we don't need to assume anyone will be anyway, you know?
Yeah, it's prejudice.
Keeps it divisive.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird thing, and it happens both ways too. I mean, there's other open mics, and they're just all old people.
Yeah,
and then you go there, and
I'm not sure why they don't. Why it's like, how did it get like that?
I don't know. It's just they all play a certain type of music or something like that, and it just sticks on. So if anybody else goes there, they kind of feel like they don't belong or something. I don't know. I think it's how it's run, though. I think how the format that Bill's had and you have, with only a short amount of time to do your thing on stage. Yeah. I think that's really important. And also being, like, holding strict to that. Because I notice a lot with the older ones, like when there's ones with a lot of older people, they tend to have these jams that will just go on way too long. And then it just becomes those people who their friends are. Yeah. And then they'll just like, oh, you want to, it becomes like their informal show. Yeah. And it's not really, and I'm not saying that can happen to anybody at any age. But that's just what I've seen.
That's a good observation.
Your format, like, lets everybody enjoy it, and then also you only get, like 5 minutes. That's it.
Well, I actually, had to work out the format because I want to, keep it friendly with the bartenders and everyone and be respectful of their time. So there's a certain point in the night when everyone is stopping buying drinks and the bartender is just hanging out there, chilling with everyone. Yeah. And they do need to be making money. Yeah. So I like to pump the brakes at, by 11. Yeah. So I figured out the golden formula for me. Is I do a section, and it's you get 3 songs or 15 minutes in the first section when people are earlier and there's less people there, just to space it out accordingly. And then for the bulk of the night after that, you get 2 songs or 10 minutes, and then in the end of the night is when we do the 5 minutes or 1 song.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, when I go out to open mics, in my own mind, I only want to play 1 or 2 songs. Yeah. In general.
I feel like, for me, psychologically, I react to the different chunks. It sort of encourages me, because with 3 songs, you're like, all right, what 3 do I feel like doing tonight? Yeah. It's your fun
pack. That's kind of a longer one, though.
It is.
It's 15 minutes sometimes.
If you got a lot to express,
Yeah.
But, and then on the 10 minutes, you're like, okay, I got to pick 2 winners here. All right, so the first one's got to get me comfortable. The second one's got to really pack a punch. And then with 1 song, you're just like, all right, we have 1 winner.
Yeah. I usually like 2.
2? Yeah.
Yeah, because
I like that too.
Because then you can, I can do a slow one, I can do a fast one or something like that. But if you do 1, then it's like,
Really, I would be happy to keep going forever. But
really?
Yeah.
Would you want to go on tour? If you had I thought this is what I like to ask musicians is, would you be a person who would like to be on the road if you could? Or do you like to be at, have a place?
I think I would probably enjoy it. I don't have a cat right now.
Oh.
But I don't know. It would definitely be me going out of my comfort zone. But I think that if I had the opportunity to do that with people who I was enthusiastic, being with and working with, that I would definitely embrace that.
Want to be on tour. Yeah.
Even though it is out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Nothing like the home bed.
No, it's rough, but I mean, yeah, there's definitely people who love it, and there's people who are like, no, I can't do that.
The nomadic types.
Yeah. Yeah, I took a student loan, and I bought an RV with it.
Oh, yeah.
like way back, and then I went.
Ken had a crush on that vehicle.
I know he did. I know he kept wanting to do recordings in the forest with it. I'm like, I'm all right. It's a lot of work to what am I gonna run my generator in the forest? What am I?
Couldn't start a YouTube channel
in the forest. Yeah, I don't think he really thought about the logistics of the experience. It's fun. It was I sold it to another friend, but it was cool. But it definitely it's huge.
Yeah, I have a few friends who are like van life.
Hashtag van life. I don't know. I like my Honda Fit. I put a dog bed in the back of my Honda Fit. Yeah, like that's just something, and then I'll take naps in there if I'm out. If I have to be somewhere for all day.
That's what I wanted my car to be like. I just wanted to fill it with blankets and pillows.
Yeah, that's what I did.
But
I put the back seats down, and I put the dog beds on top, and sometimes if I'm like on a video shoot, I'll go and I can just sleep anywhere.
Nice.
Yeah. If it's nice, I mean, and then you open up the back. Sometimes you can go to like a lake, back in, open up the back. It's great. I don't know. I lived in a van, and it's like you don't need.
So you want the hybrid? You want the hybrid life?
No, I want the small hatchback. I want the compact, subcompact hatchback life because it gets 39 miles to the gallon.
Nice.
And so I don't know. When people have vans, I'm like, do you need a van? Do you need I don't know. It's a lot.
I need to use someone's van. If anyone's listening to me, I'm looking for a van. I need to move my couch from my ex's house to my house. It's been too long.
Do you really want that couch, though?
I do. I love it.
I don't know.
Couches, it's my couch.
Yeah, but, it's like
it's corduroy. Do I need to say anything else?
But he probably farted in it, right?
I really don't care. It's my corduroy couch.
It's your corduroy. See, the couches, I'm just like, okay, that was old memories. Those are just
I could let go of a lot of other couches, but it's I don't know. I hold on to it.
You're going to repurpose it into some pants?
No, never. It's like
a corduroy
so awesome.
Pants and a suit, an overcoat.
But I will get corduroy things to wear on the corduroy couch.
It's like an album cover from like, how old is this couch?
It's a good idea.
Right? Yeah. It's like one of those old, it was corduroy, is that 70s? What is corduroy? I don't know. What year is that? Did they come up with that tech? What? 60s. Okay. 60s technology.
So if we would go back, I could also have wallpaper.
The astronauts invented it. NASA invented it, like with Velcro.
Wallpaper.
Velcro and corduroy.
Different problems.
Purses. A coin purse out of corduroy.
Okay, so if you want, I can tell you how I got that name, Helsie Duster.
Yeah, I would love to know.
Okay, so it is actually a character's name from my favorite artist, one of her audio works. Mm-hmm. It's like not a song, and it's not really spoken word, but somewhere in the middle, something like that. It's an audio
it's
experience.
Like poetry.
Not really like poetry.
Spoken
either.
Word with music in it.
Yes, but not even that. It's just all that I can say.
Sounds of rivers in there.
Is an audio work. That's the only thing I could say.
What kind of elements of sound are in it?
Voice.
There's voice.
And different sound effects like a phone and people in the background. It's kind of like you're watching a movie, but there's no movie. Like there's no visual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's a good description. She's a writer and a filmmaker. It's Miranda July.
Okay.
So it's just like one of her forms of art, but there's this character in the track called Hotel Voulez-Vous, Helsie Duster, and she's trying to go back in time to stop her parents from meeting so that she doesn't inevitably cause their demise.
That's pretty funny. I mean, it's pretty intense idea.
I had like this bobbly head seal in my car with red eyes.
Yeah.
And I named that Helsie Duster before I took it on as my like other name. I didn't ask her if I can use it. I'm afraid she'll say no. So we'll see one day maybe.
Yeah.
If she says no. But until
when
then.
was this written?
I want to say like maybe 2003 or something. It could even be earlier than that.
Yeah. She probably won't mind.
I hope not.
If she does, then...
She feels a little bit weird about me already.
Does she? Do you know her?
Yeah, well, no, but I'd had a mistake when I met her.
You met her?
I went to her book signing.
Okay.
And actually later that day, we went to see her performance art piece, New Society, which was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went to go to the book signing, I had my mistake of bringing all 3 of my portraits of her. I should have just brought one.
Oh, you were like one of those people with the stacks of stuff.
I did, but I had all her books.
Can you sign this? Oh,
I had all her books, but I gave, I divided it among my friends so it wouldn't seem like they were all mine. But I did bring all 3 portraits, and I was like, look, I made these of you. I, love you.
And you drew them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, one I painted, the other was watercolor and ink, and the other was just graphite.
That's not bad.
There's 3 Madonnas.
So what happened?
So I did the 3 Mirandas.
With her.
I just love her.
I know, but what happened that was bad?
She got freaked out. She was like, oh, okay.
Really?
You've done 3 portraits of me, and you brought them all here.
I
just don't think she was ready. Maybe she wasn't ready.
How many people were there?
We were in, the first of the line.
How big was the line? Do you know?
The line might have been longer behind us, but I don't remember.
It wasn't like a huge event.
It wasn't like, oh, all you suckers behind me. I was just like, ooh, we're gonna meet her.
It just, I don't know. I guess I would be flattered if somebody drew a picture.
I feel like I would too, but you can't know how you would really react until it happens.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess.
But I think that she understands
I guess I don't know how you were acting, too.
Awkward situations, and so I think that eventually she will understand if she thinks about it again.
Yeah. She probably didn't forget it, though.
I know. I think she might remember. And if I was like, hey, Miranda, do you remember I, brought those portraits?
I made a whole album after your name. I perform as a character in your book.
I will not tell her about that part because I don't want her to tell me that I can't. I'll wait. I'll use it until... I hope that one day, if she ever found out, she would allow it, and she would be like, that's cool, though.
Ask for
Hey,
forgiveness.
that's cool, Shan.
Not permission, but forgiveness, right?
Mm-hmm. I would just tell her, I'm sorry, Miranda. I would love to have shared it with you earlier, but I didn't know how to contact you, and also I didn't want you to say no. So here we are.
Well, yeah, I think...
and then we would collaborate. And she would be like, yeah, it's okay. I like it.
She'll want your music in her audiobooks.
I don't know if that would fit. But maybe she could find a way to make it fit. But I don't know if that's what I would want. I would want to do something different.
Are you recording anything?
I've got to record a song because I did a commission for a song and I have to record it.
You did a commission?
Well... Someone commissioned me to cover a song and deliver a recording of it.
So you're in the process of figuring out.
I think I'll go record it at the Bethlehem Public Library, maybe. I wanted to do it at Dave Phillips just on my phone, but then I told him that, and he was like,
at Dave Phillips?
Can you record it not on your phone? Yeah, there's one in Peaburg. That's the one I go to.
Oh.
I love them. They're awesome.
I really liked them when they were in Allentown. And then they closed down. That's where I bought my first guitar.
Really?
Yeah, right there.
Nice.
Telecaster, old beat up.
Yeah, I love Dave Phillips. That's where I was gonna record it, cause I was just
phone.
go and use like a nice amp that has fancy effects, and I would just record it there.
So it just needs to be you and a guitar.
Mhm.
Yeah,
but other than that,
just record it here.
Oh, okay.
I'll record it with you.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely. No, I have a whole setup.
Cool.
I'll put down bass on it.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Maybe I'll get $5 extra.
$5 extra? So they'll give you $5 extra?
Maybe. They're like, you have bass too?
Oh, so what's the song?
It's called Needle by the Born Ruffians. Do you know that band? Is that?
No, I don't. I'm gonna make sure that everything is still recording.
Okay.
Just because.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's out. Oh no, it's fine.
Wow, you really sensed that.
No, everything is good. I just popped this out.
Oh.
It's just, it's more dramatic effect. No, I just like to make sure, because I'm still figuring out how to make sure the camera it's always recording audio, but sometimes the camera goes out. So the song is...
The song is called Needle by the Born Ruffians, which I did not know that band before, but I know their one song now. It's very catchy. It's dangerous.
What song?
Needle.
Oh, that's the song.
Yeah,
that's very catchy.
Yes.
So you've been playing it over and over again?
Well, I got it down. I'm ready. I'm ready to do it.
You got your guitar, too?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like the song that I would go to, of my own choice. It's a good song, but if I got up when I go on it on Wednesday, I'll probably sing something sad again.
Now, that's a funny thing. Do you want... when you're performing out with an open mic, I always feel like I want to I always want people to have fun. And so I always stay away from sad songs or anything.
I would love to hear anything sad from you, but I also
love it.
Yes. I think there are some of us who just love the sadness.
Yeah.
I understand embrace it.
I understand relaxing, chill.
Just feels so good for me.
Interesting.
I don't know. It just really resonates with me, but I love the sounds that you do make.
Yeah.
You haven't made any bad sounds or feelings.
No, I like that. I like the do.
Yeah. It's always exciting.
Yeah, that's I guess that's also how I feel when I'm out in public. I get excited. Yeah. Do you get excited in public, or do you get kind of
actually, no. I am a strong introvert, and I start out with a lot of anxiety, and I start actually... Should I be admitting this? I always start out with 2 glasses of wine.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
And then I just get in... I have to make myself get almost into character, Because I know that out in public it might not seem like I'm an introvert, but I really do have to make myself go into some mode to get there and enjoy it and everything. But
yeah,
it does take work for me to get into the zone. And then when I go on stage and I perform, I know that it would be cool to play songs that excite people, but to be honest, I only do it for me. I go up there and it's cathartic. It's emotional healing for me. I get to go and spill out everything that's in me, and it's just that. It's all about that for me. And I run the open mic for other people so that they can have it be whatever it needs to be for them. But I also use it for myself.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. Yeah, I do the same exact thing. I totally agree with you. It's just interesting because, we do totally different styles of music. So
yeah,
yeah, that's an interesting perspective on why you do the sadder songs or want to express those emotions. Yeah.
Sometimes I will get excited about a certain song that strays from that.
Yeah.
And I always do try to I don't really ever play the same songs again right after each other. I like to do a lot of variety, but it's a good way to like just test out different things that excite you at the time.
Yeah, no, that's definitely important for yourself.
Yeah,
and to try to do things new.
Yeah.
When you're learning a song, where do you start with? Like, you hear a song, and then you're...
Okay.
What's your process?
Actually,
you go on, like, chords?
This is, like, a really interesting difference between me and my best friend, Caroline.
Uh-huh.
Like, we've talked about this before. When I hear a new song, I like, lack the capability to hear the words they're saying. It just floods me with the sound of the song.
I agree with that. Yeah, I don't listen to the words at all.
And I have to listen to it for a while and know the sound before I'm like hearing what they're saying. But for Caroline, when she hears a new song, she hears all the words first and then and then catches the sound. So it's interesting how people perceive that. But for me to really know a song and then do it, I have to listen to it a lot before I could ever think of doing it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense though. I don't know, sometimes people want me to play bass or something for a song that I've never heard before, and I just keep practicing with it over and over again and do listen to it, I guess, but I also play with it and like look at the chords and like look at everything that
for me,
people
like,
try to transcribe.
When I jump in with other people, like, it's easy for me to do that without even knowing the song because I just kind of hear the sounds and I let it guide me and I play around with it. Yeah. But for you, I feel like you might want it to sound just like what it's supposed to sound like in a song.
It depends what it's for. I mean, if somebody's like, I want this exact song, yeah, definitely. But if we're jamming, then I do the same thing where you hit a note. Oh, whatever the root is. I'll start there, and then, maybe I'll play with this note over here. Yeah. That's yeah. That's it. That's music.
Wait, so, like, your jams would get better the more you know that song?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah, because they're going to start with, like, whatever the root is of whatever everybody's playing to. Say A. And then you'll start finding notes outside of that around there that start working well too or don't work well, and then you just start coming up with patterns and just like
I actually never know what I'm doing with jamming. I just kind of feel the sound. I actually don't know what I'm doing.
I think about it like different patterns, and then you try to build a complete pattern over a certain amount of time that loops and that works together.
You think about the numbers too?
No, I don't think about numbers.
Okay.
I just think about like how many string of different notes with different spaces in between the note can you put together, and then it loops back again, and then it all sounds really cool.
Do you ever play with looping stuff?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I do all kinds of... I also, like, sit on my computer and will play. I'll put down a track. I do, like, a lot. I'm working on a few albums, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Very slowly. Yeah, because I get an idea for, like, I'm working on this blues album. I'm working on this electronic album. So, yeah.
Wow.
Definitely. Yeah. So, I don't know. But... let's see. What other questions do I have? I have to go to the questions. So I was going to ask you, I saw that you had a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
What is... that's like the dirty secret. That was like, I didn't want to talk about... No, I don't know. So,
I will talk about it.
I know. I'm just playing with you. So, what... what do you think about GoFundMe? Is it a joke to you, or is it like?
I think that sometimes it works for people, and the website takes 3% from you or something like that.
Yeah.
Which, like, before, if I've needed it, I've said like, I'm in this situation. Like, if anyone wants to give me money, this is my Venmo.
Yeah.
And when I really needed money before, for reasons that I will not talk about.
No worries.
That's my boundary. I didn't know I would have a boundary. Sorry.
I found it.
Yeah.
See, this is what happens. I get to the root of things here.
But for that, like, people actually did donate because it was for the tenderness, and it was a good thing. My reason right now, I don't think I really did need a GoFundMe, which is why it hasn't gotten far off the ground.
Yeah.
It's because my car is dying soon.
Yes,
That's
I
why
saw that.
Thank you, Mom, for driving me. But my car is not really safe to drive, and it's going to die like any day now. So I have no money.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know what it's like to be a person.
I know exactly what it's like.
That's why I made it. I was like, well, it's not going to go anywhere if I don't. But I also put, like, my portfolio of portraits onto a Facebook post, and I was like, if anyone wants to order a commission, and I have received a few commissions, so I think I'll just continue with that. It gave me a lot of good momentum.
How much do you charge for a commission?
I'm not sure, like, what I'll continue to charge, but on the post, I don't even think I wrote this, but at the time I had determined I will do a really good portrait for 100, an okay one for 50, and for a sloppy portrait, $10. But I think 10 is even too low. I would say
$20.
Probably like
I would do $20 for a sloppy
20
portrait.
for a sloppy one.
Yeah.
But even
abstract.
that,
You shouldn't even say sloppy. You should say abstract.
Abstract.
Yeah.
But I love abstract art too.
I know, but that makes it more.
The matter of the fact
puts more
is,
value in the words.
I can't create something without putting, like, the utmost care into it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to put a price on anything, but in the past I've struggled with commissions because I struggle with obligation. And on the first commission, I was like, please don't pay me in advance. I don't know if this will get done if you do.
Really?
Yeah, but then I made it, and it's Jack. I don't know if you know him.
Jack and Noah? Jack?
No, he's a local guitar player in the area.
But you know what I'm talking about, Jack and Noah.
No.
Like, they were in Super Mac?
Oh, that drummer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that guy?
Jack? Yeah.
You know that?
I haven't seen any of those boys in a while.
I haven't either. I don't know where they are.
I miss that band.
Yeah. I never actually saw them as a band. I just knew that they were a band. And
they were really good.
I would see them at the open mic.
I followed them with my friend.
I'd see them play.
Like, into Super Mac.
Yeah.
Or Super Mac. If you follow the accent. They put an accent over their E.
Oh,
that kind of bothered me. Because it's like Super Mac. Like, they put the accent over the E.
Was it like a...
Yeah. I was like, you want us to say Super Mac?
Oh, they're just trying to be...
I know they were trying, but it always bothered me.
It's like
even though I miss
the umlauts.
I miss their music very much.
Yeah. But do they live around here anymore?
I have no idea.
Wow.
But they broke up, so I'm not going to, like, wish for the past. It's gone.
So that's where GoFundMe goes.
The past?
No.
Oh, to my car? Yeah.
To the train. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not really. Like, I gave up on the GoFundMe, and thank you to the 3 people who did donate.
Do you get all the money?
My mom is one of them.
Do you get all the money?
You get all of it minus the % they take.
Oh, okay.
But they're making you do some things, and you have to be good at doing things on your computer.
That sounds like something Nate Marks would say.
Oh. He had a good ad that he posted for his comedy show. It was
we
really
made
tight.
that here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. He had all the ideas, and then
Of course he did.
Yeah, and I right over there is my green screen. I had it right here. Yeah. Thank you. That was the ad.
Wow, I wouldn't have believed it was here.
Yeah, it was all shot here in the dining room.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, look at Honda Fits for cars.
Once I have money for the car.
Yeah, absolutely. I bought mine for $2,000.
Well, I bought this one for $3,000, and it only has lasted me 1 year.
Wow. This has already lasted me a year.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't care about the car. I can't afford to have any preferences. And when I do...
I mean, they're cheap. I'm saying the Honda Fit's cheap.
I need it to be... I was like, let's get
cheap
6,000. I want this to last me, please. But I really don't... I don't know about cars or how much they cost. It's just been all recommendations. And I'm not really ready to be absorbing any car recommendations because I have absolutely no money.
This is not what we're here for. But yeah, no, I've been really happy with that car. So you had a cat? Think about animals. Mm-hmm. You like cats or dogs?
I love cats. I love all animals, you know?
Okay.
I love all animals, and I always thought it was like a little bit rude for people to demand, are you a cat or dog person?
It's a weird
thing,
but
I kind of understand it because those are the top 2 pets that people end up getting.
Yeah. But
if
do
they
you
want
like
one.
Snakes as a pet?
I like snakes, but I don't really think it's cool for people to have a reptile between 4 walls because like life is more than being trapped in between 4 walls.
Yeah. I that's where I draw my line as a pet.
Yeah. Even if you have everything you need and you receive like care and love, I just think that it's not enough and it's not really life.
No, it's weird.
But anyway, for the cats versus dogs, like I never thought I would choose a team, but I know now I am a cat person. Because it comes down to like, if you're a dog person, you probably like to go on a lot of walks. You love going outside and exploring.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I would rather not go on walks. I'm sorry. I like to go in nature sometimes and really,
at your own convenience.
Really get in tune with that. But I love to sit on the couch, just like a cat. And I'll find myself a cozy little nook or a nest, and I'm fine there.
Sleep 16 hours a day.
That's what a cat will love to do with me.
Yeah. No, they're cute animals. But yeah, no, I like... Yeah, you have to walk a dog every day. That definitely...
Yeah, at least once a day, but even more than that.
Dog people are pretty strict, too.
Mm-hmm. For me, it's about the walks.
Yeah.
I don't want the walks.
But also you have to be like... You have to tell the dog no and always want something.
Yeah.
You have to have like a lot of willpower.
Yeah,
to
you
have
do.
a dog. You're
well,
always,
I guess
like,
it depends
the
on the dog how much effort you're going to have to put in. But always, it starts at a lot. You either put in a lot of effort or, like, a lot of effort.
yeah, they're crazy dogs.
Yeah.
But yeah, cat, they're usually... If you get them when they're kittens, they're... I don't know. I haven't met too many bad cats.
My cat who was my soul cat, Stevie... I didn't get her as a kitten. I didn't really even get her. I just met her.
Uh-huh.
We met in my front yard at my mom's house. And, like, my parents always said that we couldn't have a cat. But when I saw her, like, I kind of knew. And I turned around to my brother, and I was like, Sean, we're getting a cat. And I saw her, and I went out in the rain, and I met her, and I gave her a can of tuna. And we were best friends, and she never wanted to leave.
Wow.
And I would, like, let her go outside and everything, you know? We would hang out outside, but we just, like, chose each other to always hang out with each other.
And hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's pretty
cool. I just feel like people say, like, do you have a spirit animal? I don't know if I believe in that, but if I did have a spirit animal, it was Stevie. Right now, Stevie, she died this year. But I had her for 8 years, which was a good run. And we had another cat.
That's pretty good. And it was full grown when you...
Uh-huh. She was... All I know is she had her adult teeth, so she was at least 3. Don't really know how old she was. But we also had another cat who I lived with him. His name was Lizard, and it was Caroline's cat. And he felt like my cat, too. I loved him. But he died this year, only a few months after Stevie at 1, because he had, like, I don't know, it's like, I forget what it's called, but, like, baby cats are susceptible to it between 6 months and 1 year, and he just got sick. He was awesome.
That sucks. Yeah.
But now my roommate, Caroline, my best friend, She has 2 kittens. Her sister's friend was like, hey, I have 2 runs and no one wants them. Do you want them? Because I guess she knew that our cats had died. And then Caroline said, yeah. And we have these cats and they're really awesome.
So you got new cats now?
We have kittens.
You have new kittens.
Caroline has them.
Okay.
But I do live with them. But you're going to connect with them. I live with them and I love them.
Build relationships with these cats.
I reap all the benefits with none of the responsibility.
Oh, that's really
Except for
good.
sometimes they spill their water in the kitchen and that ends up being a burden. Nothing worse than wet socks.
Yeah.
That's the only bad part about it.
You got kittens, right?
Yeah. I always put the cat water in the corner.
The cat water?
Their water bowl.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
I thought you
Caroline, don't put that water in the kitchen.
Yeah. I would always kick them over.
We will not get wet socks anymore.
They always put cat food. I had this grandmother who put cat food on the floor and I just kicked it by accident, because it was always on the...
Things happen. Yeah.
You don't see it. So are you going to, switching subjects, are you going to continue the open mic? Do you want to continue the open mic and how long are you looking at it?
As long as I live here and as long as I will be able to run the open mic at Black and Blue, I'll keep doing it. Mm-hmm. I don't know how long I'll stay in Easton. I'm ready to go.
You're ready? Where do you want to go?
I've been in Easton my whole life, and I realized that I can't just stay here. So I have to go experience other things, and we know that I'll live in this house another year. We renewed the lease for a year.
Okay.
But after that, I'm open to going somewhere. I don't know where. I have no idea.
Do you have any places in mind?
No.
No? There's no places that have interest to you.
I will not go to Florida.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I know.
Okay.
My mom is moving there, and she would like for us to move, my brother and I.
To Florida?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to...
But I'm not trying to...
Go to Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. If you like Florida, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. That's where I know I won't go, though.
It's too hot for me.
I wouldn't mind the heat.
You really?
I wouldn't mind the lizards, the frogs.
No.
And I wouldn't mind this one bakery that I like.
I only stay north.
Yeah, I feel comfortable in the Northeast.
What about...
For our culture and everything.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's just something to it with the winter and how it affects people. Or getting cold, having a season.
Yeah, the cold sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to embrace it. There's a reason why all the transcendental poets loved the Northeast. It's beautiful. You get a little bit of everything. And yeah, it's hard, but life is already hard. The cold, it's just part of sometimes it being hard.
I feel like it's energizing.
I don't like it cold at all.
I feel like when it's hot, don't you feel sleepy?
I feel sleepy when I'm sad.
And you're sad when you play music.
And I go to sad sleep. It might be
sleep?
It might be a Pisces thing or just
really?
Me. I'm not sure what it is, but I know that it's there.
Do you sleep because you're sad, or are you sad because
I love to go to sleep at night. But
with,
then
if
I ever feel extra sad, I'll probably be sleeping. Or avoiding anything. Go to sleep. Something stressful, sleep. I don't know. Maybe I have to work on that. But, yeah, the winter does not. The cold is just ooh, wish you weren't there. But
no, I love it because then I have a reason not to go outside.
Uh-huh.
Right? I would think as an introvert,
I kind of still
nice out.
I
want
to go outside. I want to be outside still.
I know, but you're an introvert. Doesn't want to go, right?
I want to go and just look at the world. And most importantly,
if it's nice every day.
My goal this winter was to make a snowman with a snowcat. And we've received
I don't think we're going to
snow, but not enough. It's not fair. Yeah. If it's going to be bad, make it so bad it's good.
Get your GoFundMe $6,000 than it to have a good snow.
I think I will get money, but just not on the GoFundMe.
But the snow's been bad. It's not.
It's been weak.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make the snowman. I made my first one last year. I'm waiting for a good
snow-in to really feel like I don't know, because I always like, oh, I need to go grab this. I need to, I'll go to the store, and, and it always, there's an external thing to leave the house.
Yeah, it is harder.
And if I have a reason that, no, you're not allowed to leave the house, then I'll come and
fine, I'll make pasta again.
Yeah, or no, I'll work down here. I'll actually make some music and.
Oh.
It's, I don't know.
So what was the music the alternative for that you needed to go out for?
I don't know. Just, it's your mind.
That
it's
guitar
all
string that broke last week?
What's that?
I don't know. Something you might need to go get.
Oh, yeah. Anything. Yeah, anything. Nothing is content, right?
Yeah. Or at least they try to make it feel that way.
See, that's
consumerist society.
Yeah, I definitely struggle with that. Do you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Do you like buying things? Does it feel good?
I do. I can't remember anything I like to buy, but I know that sometimes I wake up and I'm just like, what will I go buy?
I know. No,
I need to go and get something. What is it?
Yeah, I know that there's always something, and
I do, when I'm not working, I do go and buy coffee.
Yeah.
I know I could have like a coffee maker at home and I could make it and it would be so nice, but I always go and buy coffee if I'm not at work.
I mean, I make my coffee at home, but I understand sometimes I like to go out and get coffee because I like people watching. Mm-hmm. And do you like that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. But for me, like, it's more of like a ritual. It ended up becoming a ritual for me, and I feel like I could save myself money, or I could give money to businesses that I would like to support. I like supporting the local businesses, and I like to engage in the coffee shop culture. I really like it. A lot of artists tend, I'm noticing, to gravitate toward like that sort of atmosphere.
So what's your coffee shop you go to?
Oh, I go to all the local coffee shops.
Well,
not all. I guess around me, because...
I'm going to switch the battery, but...
Okay.
Keep talking.
Well, I work at Terra Cafe right now, but I used to work at Church Street Market, and I loved to go there. It's in Bethlehem, or it was. And locally, I go to Three Birds, which I really love their atmosphere. And they just do such a good job. And Tucker is pretty cool. They have a good macadamia nut latte. And all these places just are really beautiful, and the atmosphere there is good for anyone, I would say.
Macadamia nut, that's like a flavor? I've never heard
of that. It's not a flavor, it's an alternative milk.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh. I understand. Okay.
So
it's like almond milk.
Yeah, exactly.
Macadamia.
That one has it's probably like my favorite alternative milk other than oat milk.
I never had oat milk.
Oat milk is going to be
I can't drink milk, so I am interested in it. I like cashew,
Me too. Well, I can't and I don't.
Yeah.
But, yeah, oat milk is like, it barely takes away, it pairs so nicely with the flavors of the coffee, and it doesn't disrupt it in any flavoral or textural way, in my opinion. But the macadamia nut, I don't know how they sweeten it. I think it's sweetened.
I think that, yeah.
But
probably.
It's like the best latte I've had with macadamia nut milk. It's really a nice treat.
I'm a purist with coffee. I need
black drip coffee or black Americano?
Black
or either.
French press.
Okay.
That's all. That's my... The French press has the oils. With the drip, the oils get like absorbed in the filters.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, so you want the oil?
I want that oil. Yeah, okay. It actually, it's like, yeah, it's the coffee bean oils.
Wow.
Yeah. And it just it's a slight subtle thing, but it definitely adds some thickness.
So it would take it away with pour over too. It would take it away with the AeroPress.
Maybe.
Is there any other way than French press?
I don't know. I'm not that.
Because with the AeroPress, you still have that little paper filter.
Anything with paper will take that. The paper will get the oils will get stuck in there. But yeah.
Wow, the French press. All right.
Yeah, and then also I love to drink it on an empty stomach in the morning, and I was burning my stomach out, so I got like this low acid coffee. And I love it.
Actually, if you put a little bit of salt into your coffee, it will balance out the acidity. And you won't taste it if you just put a little bit.
Really? Mm-hmm. Salt alkaline?
I guess.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, look it up. I only heard it from someone. I can't state it as a fact.
I know. I heard somebody talk about putting salt in their coffee to taste better. You put salt in old coffee.
I don't think... In old coffee?
Yeah, and it just sounds like a bad idea.
Like, it's not really something that I would be excited about.
How much salt?
I don't... Just like a little pinch, Not a lot at all. Just a little bit.
Wow. Ooh.
But I'm not stating facts.
Yeah, I know. I know. I've heard it too. I've heard that too, so it's kind of
but my friend, funny. Who's really healthy, she would do it. So I trusted her.
She's healthy. She knows it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the Quadrant is really chill. I don't really go there for some reason. I don't know.
What's your main place?
I can't explain it, but I think that place is so chill.
Other than Terra, again.
Well, I go to Terra because I work there. Yeah. And there's always felt some sort of magic in that place, no matter about anything. Which I won't really elaborate on that. Okay. But if you like Terra or if you don't like Terra for whatever your reasons are, it's pretty magical still. So okay. I work there.
I'll have to go out.
And if you go there while I'm working, I will make you a latte with any animal on it if we have time.
Can you do a panda?
Yeah, I could do anything.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
You practice the pandas?
I can do anything. I haven't done a panda.
An octopus?
Ooh, that one sounds fun.
Right?
I used to go in on my day off, and I would call it the latte of the day off. And I would just, choose an animal and sit there for maybe, 5 or 10 minutes, and I would do, an animal on it. My best one was a giraffe.
Do you take pictures of these?
I have it, yeah.
Yeah, are they on your Facebook?
I don't think so.
Where do you...
I don't really put much of my personal life on Facebook these days. I'm go to open mic. See you there. But lately I've been getting a little bit risky with it.
Risky?
Yeah. I don't really want to be talking about my life on Facebook. I post things from my life on Instagram, but I just don't think that Facebook is the place to put all of my personal stuff. Yeah. I don't talk about it on there.
I guess I agree with you. Yeah, I don't like to put...
For some people, they enjoy that.
Yeah, but I'm not like that either.
Not sure why we want to do that.
Anything... I don't talk about anything that I don't talk about with people in public. That's my rule with any social media. But I guess I asked you about your pictures of your lattes because I would assume that would be more of kind of like an external thing to show.
You're right. It's a good idea.
I
actually don't know why I haven't.
You got so intense. I was like, I don't know. I guess
about not putting it on Facebook.
Yeah, the lattes. Know. And I was like, wow, maybe those lattes.
I don't.
Put a lot of heart in there.
I don't know why I haven't.
Yeah, that's a thing to post.
I will do that.
Yeah, I'd like to see the lattes. It's like a thing that goes away in a sip.
Actually, if you're careful, it'll stay the whole way down. And it'll just, get a little disformed. And you're like, wow, now you're laying down.
You could do a tutorial on that.
I don't know.
Oh, that's
I could treat it better as its own thing. But...
What?
The lattes.
Oh.
I don't know why I haven't. Cool. I haven't given it the love it deserves.
That's cool. I would give you a $2 tip if you made it.
That's nice. That's real nice.
That's I always give any drink I always give $1 tip, except at Starbucks. I just give change.
Yeah.
I don't know because it's I don't know.
In my good days,
yeah.
I count how many people are working, and that's how many dollars I leave. So everyone gets $1. It's usually just like 2 or 3 people, you know?
Yeah.
Even one.
I guess.
But, yeah, when I'm poor, I still just try to keep it like whatever is 20%.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Or just even $1 is better than none.
For drinks, though, I don't even think about what is 20% or anything. If I'm at a bar and I get a beer,
throw $1.
Yeah, put $1 down.
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty standard, because if you buy, 3 drinks, then that's $3, and what's...
That's pretty solid.
Right? Yeah, that's pretty close to... And they just have to open it up and give... Now, if they were making, like, a mixed drink...
Anything says just, like... And here's my monetary thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I posted also, like, this fairly controversial status. One person didn't get it. I think he might have been stupid. But,
Well.
I posted, none of us can afford to tip, and that's why everyone should tip.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
It's like we just kind of stimulate the whole market for ourselves.
Yeah.
When I leave with more tips, I have more money to tip other people who need it too.
And a lot of people who are out there in this doing a service job don't want to do that.
Really?
Do you know? I mean, I'm not saying...
I don't think I've met anyone who understands what it's like and still doesn't. Unless they were, like, super drunk and just forgot.
No, they don't.
I don't know.
No, I'm talking about working a service job. They don't... Most people there who work service jobs don't like it.
Don't like working that job?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I've never met... I mean, yeah, you meet people who are okay with it and can do it, but it's still, like... It's not something that you would call a career. You know, it's not something...
I think that actually in the world, a barista or a bartender could be seen as a career. You know? Because it's kind of like an art. It is. Well, it's not. Yeah. It's not kind of an art. It's an art form.
And there are some people who are at a level where it can be really appreciated, and maybe
Absolutely.
The environment
and
appreciates
I feel like it depends on, like, culturally how your society will see that.
Yeah.
You know, because there are businesses that are just whipped together, half-assed, and then they pay you next to nothing, and they treat it like, all right, they see it as a less valuable job, and they take you less seriously, and then everything is less. You know, it's balanced. And then there are places that are so well curated, that treat their product so well, and they take the effort and the time to know everything about it and deliver it with the utmost care. And they're going to be paying their workers fairly, I think. That's who you're going to see. And they're going to be taken seriously. I just think it's a matter of how you perceive it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've worked as a cook since I was 16, and I hated it. I mean, I liked it. I like doing a lot of aspects, but just how people treat, like, customers treat people.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't.
It definitely takes, like,
and then,
I think a certain type of person to be able to deal with that.
It's too much, like, emotional baggage.
It could be, but you can learn to divide it, like, just to not know that it's not personal. But you're right. It takes hard. A lot of strength to be able to do that. And I would say probably practice, too.
And I don't know. I just felt like there's a lot of people that I knew who I worked around who were, like, miserable. Not miserable, but, like, over the time, they just became very jaded.
I have seen that, too.
But
I feel like, you know, I don't know. I've only ever worked, like, in coffee shops. I was a dishwasher in a restaurant, and I hated that. It sucked bad.
That's probably more closer to what I've experienced.
Yeah. But I could see it in the kitchen environment, like, people end up not being able to take a break because it's so busy, and then they just try to squeeze in if they can find 5 minutes to grab to, like, make a meal that they can eat themselves quietly.
Just, like, eat it. You're just, like, eating it, shoving it
and
down.
They work so many hours to be able to afford life, and then it's like you kind of get into this sort of lifestyle where it's all about money intake and it's not about your quality of life. And I think that that's an easy path to step into, and you have to be careful how long you keep yourself there.
Yeah, definitely.
You have to watch your own quality of life. But for me in the coffee shop, it's really chill. Even if people can be a dick sometimes, it's mostly nice.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, most coffee shops, they have to have that feeling.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of an intimate place.
Ideally.
It's quiet. Coffee shops
it does suck like if people might get like an acai bowl, and which is the most labor-intensive thing to make on the menu.
Yeah.
And they're like, and I want mangoes over here, coconut flakes over here, no cacao nibs. And they're so no picky. I mean, there's probably cool people who get them, but then a lot of people
somebody's just like hungry.
A lot of people who I get are like very particular, and they will not leave you a tip at all. Acai bowl people, I'm sorry. There's a group of acai bowl people who they will not tip you. I don't know what it is, but that's the only thing that gets me upset if I'm having a bad day and I'm not strong enough to keep the walls up. It's just they don't understand. It's not personal, but it can be so hard when they just don't appreciate what you're doing for them. Yeah, and I don't need to always be appreciated, but sometimes it just hurts. At acai bowl people.
Just for acai bowl people.
Yeah.
So they call it acai bowl?
But then there's people who do. They're like, wow, thank you. And I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad we can both understand that this thing is hard to make.
Yeah, it takes time. And
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
I don't know. I don't really care about acai bowls, too. Maybe if I loved acai bowls, I wouldn't mind making it for anyone. But I really just love making people coffee. I really do. I love it.
How much coffee do you drink a day?
I start out with 4 shots every day. It helps me be nice.
Really? I feel like if I drink too much coffee, I get a little... And I'm working, and then... If I have inconvenienced in someone, I get a little snappy. Do you feel that way? Coffee kind of gets me a little
Coffee is my
tightened
friend.
Up.
Every day, coffee is my friend.
Yeah.
But it really depends on me. I don't know. This isn't really ideal for that type of job, but for me, I'm on top of the world when I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
And when I'm not okay, I really don't have patience for anything, no matter how much coffee I drink.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, what do you want? Thank you.
Yeah, it seems funny because you're introverted, but you do enjoy the coffee. You do enjoy working there.
Well, it's not like...
you seem like you really
my introvert
enjoy.
self does not make an appearance there. It wouldn't be possible.
Oh.
I really have to get in the zone, and like it's like you're acting in customer service.
Yeah, definitely.
It really is. Mm-hmm. And I think that people who can thrive doing that understand that it is different people's ritual to go out and have their experience and get the thing they're getting, or just spend their time that way. So you are like curating an experience for these people. Mm. You have to be in control of the atmosphere and keep it good in there if you care about it. And you're creating the experience. Like, it's not anything personal about you. It's just that you definitely play a role.
Yeah. That's an interesting perspective you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. People want to feel like
persona.
They're in good hands. Whoever's making their thing is confident, is understanding and attentive to them.
The character that you're playing.
Exactly.
But it's like, I feel like that's one thing that people who grow up with internet existing kind of have like a difficulty learning, is that, and like, it is what a persona is. And it, like, because
they're caught up in their own persona?
No, because they're they're caught up with the digital persona. Right? They're caught up with Facebook or Instagram as a persona, and like persona, like even like as a psychologist, it's just the part that interacts with the world. It is like what we put on Facebook, but it's without it.
I mean, we're like in that too. We're in that too. In fact, everyone alive, like even really old people right now, they cannot escape the influence of society right now.
Yeah, but
I think that we have to like be like in tune with like theorists right now if we want to begin to understand how all of this is influencing us. Because it's just so much beyond our grasp how it's really what it's doing to us. Yeah. I don't understand.
But I think that's where like a lot of the social anxiety comes from, or it's just an idea. It's
I think so too.
Is that people take everything that they as like physically interacting with the world. They think it's like not their persona. They think it's them, completely them. But you have to learn to build that. Like and that's what you're interacting with. That's that, and you can't take it completely personal. But I feel like people forget about that because their persona is built on the internet and not physically, not face to face as much.
Even with that internet persona that they might get caught up with that. Like, I think that there are also the real life problems that are embedded within that. Like, people tend to get like really attached to even our hair. Like, some girls will they're like going through this liberation, they decide to shave their head.
Oh, yeah.
And that's really hard for people to do because we get so emotionally attached to our hair, our real life appearance. And there are different things that that create this ego that might have an influence on us greater than we know. I don't know.
Yeah. No, yeah. It definitely...
But the internet, Louis C.K. had something about that. He was like, I don't know what he said. It was like, kids, never mind. I don't remember.
You don't remember it?
He had a really good...
Are you a fan of Louis?
I liked his show, and I know that he had some, like, media controversy over, like, some sort of sexual harassment or something.
Yeah.
I still like him, though. I'm really sorry, everyone.
No, I love Louis.
I think that people make mistakes, and that really sucks if he did something bad. But everyone might do something bad, and I'm not going to hold them to it forever. But I hope that he realizes if he did something bad, that sucks.
I mean, everybody, if they're interested, they would just look up what... It wasn't a big... It wasn't right, but it wasn't, like...
Yeah, I've done bad things in my life, and I hope people will still like me after it. Because I hope, if anyone does any bad things, they can have the power to see that what they did might not have been nice. And they will not do that again.
As long as he's not continuing. Right?
He's
selling out shows, though, now.
Good, I guess.
It's crazy because, like, you don't hear about him, but he's out on the road, and he's selling out big shows. Like, and his tickets are very expensive. I wanted to see him, and he's playing in Reading. But, yeah, it sold out. Sold out, like, really quickly, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy to think about that.
It's good that he can still do his thing.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, I don't really know if...
I like his movies, too.
If he's come to terms with don't do sexual harassment, I really hope he learns, and everyone will learn it.
I feel like he learned, because when it came out in 2017 or something, it was already, like, really... He already did it, like, 8 years ago or something like that. So it was already kind of, not old, but it was already kind of a while ago.
It's not really affecting me.
And
like if he said sorry, even if he was like, I'm so sorry, you guys, I've learned my lesson. I don't know if he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
If he really learned that or not, but I just don't have the time to let that be pivotal for me.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I just enjoy what he does.
Yeah. I do too.
Do you have any other hobbies that you do other than drawing and your music and your barista?
I like create things. I don't know. Yeah, I do like visual art and music, but I like to create things other than that. Like, maybe you would call it sculpture.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really interested in miniature art.
Like
I love it so much. It really excites me.
Really?
To see miniature art. I love that art form, and I want to learn how to make miniature art. I sometimes will make like
materials?
Tiny like oven baked clay things, but I think a lot of really awesome miniature art is made out of polymer clay. So I'm looking forward to.
Then you bake that, right?
I don't really know much about it, but I've seen some really awesome stuff with it.
Do you see the person who makes like little food?
Yes. There's more than one.
There's more. I bet. There's more. They make like a little stove.
My favorite miniature artist
they made like a
is
burrito.
Lydia Ricci.
Uh-huh.
And she actually makes miniature art only made out of garbage. Like, she'll take like cardboard boxes that you would just throw away from like maybe like a microwave dinner, I don't know, that sort of thing. And she'll make miniature art out of it that's like super reminiscent of items from the past, like an old vacuum cleaner or something. Mm-hmm. She's just very, very stylized, and I love that she makes it from trash. It's so cool. And she measures it in corn nuggets. She calls them niblets. I love it.
So she scales things properly?
Yeah. You'll be amazed. Lydia Ricci.
Lydia Ricci.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check that out. That's definitely an interesting
but
hobby
other than
to
that,
have.
I'm interested in animal rights. You know, that's like probably something that I'm passionate about. I care a lot about it.
So
I don't really go out and do activism, but it's something I care about very much.
Are you a vegan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So does it bother you, people who you meet?
It used to bother me when I first came to the realization of like my own beliefs. I was very disturbed by it, and I was so passionate that I was really angry at everyone. I was angry at the world, and I was so upset. It really, really hurt me. But then, you know, over the years, I've just come to understand that if you believe in something and there's something you want to change, you can't really afford to get yourself worked up over it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get yourself worked up over it because you have to be calm and think things through if you want to be communicating with people about it. You can't just be emotional and reactive, and it is a very hard subject. But if you want to create a dialogue about something, you have to be calm when you talk about it. And I'm not upset with anyone because people all just do the best they can. And it took me my whole life to really understand my beliefs. And I've been vegetarian for 3 years first, and then I've been vegan for 7 years. I switched from vegetarian to vegan.
What's like your main diet? Like, what is your main foods that you eat in your diet?
Everything that anyone eats, but just the vegan version of it. Yeah. They have, like, vegan version of everything.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I've been trying to cook more at home, just because it's been, like, an artistic endeavor of mine.
Cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
But before I got into cooking at home, like, I would just eat, like, all the junk food that every other American eats, but just vegan, like...
just vegan?
Yeah. Like, wings.
Like Swedish fish.
Wings. Pizza.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I love mac and cheese.
I get it, yeah.
So anything that anyone eats, I eat that. I really am not picky. I never liked Swiss cheese.
I love cheese.
Yeah, I love cheese too.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of great vegan cheese.
I love ice cream too.
Me too.
But they actually are getting better.
Yeah,
and
just
with
like
the ice cream that doesn't have milk in it.
You have to do your work to find the good things. But I've done my work. I've found the good cheeses. And a lot of it, like, if you want...
Is that vegan cheeses?
Yeah. if you want a quality product, you might consider making it at home.
Where do you go to get this?
Whole Foods has a lot of good products, and Wegmans did too, but I don't know. Wegmans recently changed it around, and they took some really good vegan products away to make room for wine, which thanks for that. But
I see, yeah. Well, we're making more money,
Whole Foods has some really great products, or Kimberton's.
Kimberton's, where's that?
That's in, like, Ottsville. It's, like, a little bit away, but it's a good store. Whole Foods is too far away from me.
Where's Whole Foods? Is there a Whole Foods?
It's in Allentown.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
I spent a little bit of time in Brooklyn, and there was a Whole Foods close to home, and that was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have good prices for actual Whole Foods.
In the city?
At Whole Foods, at any Whole Foods.
Oh, at any Whole Foods? Because I always hear that it's, like, overpriced.
It used to be, but then Amazon bought it. It's kind of like a mix between evil and good. Oh. Amazon bought it, and they made it cheaper.
I get it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
They can't compete. They're trying to compete with the Amazon prices. Yeah,
I love it. They have a lot of great vegan products, but I can't go there anymore because my car won't go outside of Easton. That's why my mom drove me, thanks.
She has to sit there quietly.
But if anyone wants, I'll make you a list of, like, I'll rank the top vegan cheeses.
You should put that. That's another post. Look, I'm coming up with all these posts.
True.
That you can
These
post,
are important.
Right? But I would love to know because I love cheese. I never know what to get.
Well, and the thing about the high quality vegan cheese is that they culture nuts.
Oh,
so
is that how they do it?
Sort of goes through the same. I don't know if it's fermentation, but it goes through a similar, like, some sort of scientific process of culturing that dairy cheese would, and that's how you can get similar flavors that compete.
It doesn't have the same protein in it or something. I don't know.
There are a lot of differences, but you can achieve, like, a really high quality product that way.
Well, you should definitely list it. I will.
That's
something that's valuable to me.
I end up listing it to some Crayola moms who come into the cafe.
Crayola moms?
Yeah.
Oh, you're by the Crayola factory?
Yeah.
Crayola moms.
They always appreciate it, and I love to make lists. Oh, that's a hobby.
Wow.
I love making lists.
Do you post that?
And charts.
Charts?
I don't post them.
Did you?
I could do a lot more in my life.
You have, like, all this art that definitely is good content that people would be interested in.
I think artists just can't escape the art.
Yeah. I had a conversation earlier today, and somebody was saying about artists, like, they were kind of saying that artists just love the feeling of creating. And I agree with that, but I don't think that's why they do it. Like, I have to create because if I don't, I get really like, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
And
well, that's like in this little book, Letters to a Young Poet by Rainer Maria Rilke. They end up this young poet writing with this writer. I don't know. I think Rainer Maria Rilke is the writer. But anyway, and they say in that book somewhere in the dialogue, like, you'll know you're a poet or an artist because if you can't create, you'd rather die. Like, it's like the purpose of being alive.
Yeah.
You'll either create or die.
Yeah. No, because I've been in times where I couldn't create or I was too busy, and it really bummed me out.
It's not like being alive.
No. Yeah. You're just, then you're just a machine, you feel like. Yeah. I think that's a good place to end it.
All right, cool.
Yeah. All right. Cool.